right, beautiful.
I think it just started. Look at that.
All right, cool. Well, I guess I'll start it off. Welcome, everybody. This is Nifty Dimensions' first episode. We are totally excited. There's a group of artists. Nifty Dimensions is a group of artists that is so in love with art and collectibles and the community that we decided to put together the website and the channel and just promote and support the artists that we like and the projects that we like and the crypto developments that we like and just go from there. I am with the amazing Esther from the SABIAN comic book crew. What's up, Gene?
Hey. Oh man, great intro, Rizzo. I appreciate it, man. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. This is something crazy we're starting here. Gene is part of the Nifty Dimensions crew. He is a founding member with me and Freeman Fly and a few others of us that you'll be seeing and hearing about as things get moving. But Gene and I we jumped up and we got this first episode moving. So I'm excited.
So am I, man. So am I. Definitely. I feel like we're in the like the starting point of something great, and this is the first step towards it. So this is we have many more to come. Let's just say that this is just the beginning of a lot of great things that we have in store. So let's get into it, man. I'm excited, and what better crew to be a part of than the Sacred Set.
Yeah, man, that's what's up. We're going to have some fun with this. So I got some questions together for you just so we can go over it. I want to make sure people get to see your art and what you guys have been doing over there. They have amazing comics that they've been making for years, and they've been getting an animation, right? Like just letting the listeners and the watchers know what you guys have been up to. So by the end of the show, we'll have links already down there when you're watching this. But by the end of the show, we'll go over everything and make sure you guys know where to go check this out. And get, check out Art Corner, check out SABIAN, and we'll tell you all about it now. So, all right, I guess, we know who you are. That was my first question. Why don't you tell everybody a little bit about yourself, and what you've been getting into and how you got to this point with NFTs and where we are right now.
Well, let me start quick by how it all started. So I was an aspiring artist for a long time since I was a kid. Teenager. In my teenage years, I went full steam with the art thing. Those the comic books. I was always into the awakening aspect of what's going on in the world. So I was privy to a lot of those things. So I carried that over to my adulthood. And long story short, met up with two amazing buddies of mine in my first year of college, which never finished because we were struggling artists, but we decided to kind of come together, and we saw the state of what was going on in the public sphere, and we were actually educating ourselves on a lot of things that were going on in the esoteric world and in things that people were really not into. And back then we just decided, actually Bruce and Dan, I'll just let you know right now, they're not here now, but Bruce and Dan, good friends of mine, and we kind of just came together and created this amazing comic book that kind of grabbed all those things that were happening in the real world, and we put it into a book that we had hope would kind of help spark and kind of plant a seed on what's going on, so people can be really aware of what's going on in the world, what's going on in the media. So it was the heyday of conspiracies and things like that, but now we're seeing where things are right now. So long story short, created the comic book, put a lot of great things into it. We met a lot of amazing people in that world, conspiracy world. We met with Freeman, we met with you, and it just grew from there. We got to exchange ideas and we connected. And long story short than that, that's how SABIAN came about. And it's really where we bring people and basically make them into superheroes. And what would they do to help inspire others, to help awaken their abilities, to help awaken others, and to help change the world and free the enslavement of society and things like that. So there's a lot of weaving and layers to it, but that's the nutshell. It's been a great experience so far, from doing convention shows to doing Free Your Mind conferences, to connecting with even more people in that sphere space of the conscious movement. It's been awesome. So it hasn't stopped it. It's also helped me grow my studio to where it's at now. And now we're doing animations, and now we have a secret project, which I can tell you a little bit about, but it's so good to be at this point where we can push our abilities to the next level. So now MetaSabian is actually a startup to a animation series, and we're making it better than a lot of people would ever imagine, because we're a very small group. We're like three to four people at a given time, and it's been growing ever since. I mean, these are the paintings behind me are just some of the classic pieces. This is actually another one of the MetaSabian paintings. That's the cover of the collection edition with all 3 books in there. So it's been nonstop. So I could talk forever about it, but like I said, it's a long nutshell of a story. But we're at this point where now we can get with investors and jump into the NFT world, because we're artists and we're doing all these great pieces. So why not get into the financial space and try to shake
of course
Bitcoin. It's been going crazy. I'm sure you're watching it right now.
Of course. Yeah, it's the only reason it's not on my screen right now, like some kind of chart of Bitcoin or something, is because I know it'll take my attention away from the show. But truth is, ever since I got into crypto and invested, I'm pretty obsessed with watching the market and technical analysis and learning whatever I can about how the market moves.
Yes, you've become a pro, Rizzo. I'm telling you, you're from where you were to where you are now. It's like you're the crypto guru. You're the NFT guy.
I wish.
I need to learn. I hit you up. I hit Freeman up, and so you're doing the work, man. And I appreciate what you're doing with this, because this is going to be another great way for to put ourselves out there, to put our work out there, and to collaborate on huge, amazing projects like this. So
definitely. Thank you. And same to you. I love you guys. Full disclosure, Gina and I have been friends for a long time. I am actually an OG MetaSabian character myself, not an original, but I'm pretty OG.
Yeah. Right. You're a character. Yes. So that tells you just how big the comic has gotten, because we people that we connected with and we built connections with, we ultimately put them in the comic because they show that they have that same spirit of wanting to help awaken humanity to their full potential. So yeah, man, you are honorary, MetaSabian all the way, man. 100%.
Thank you. So let's get this straight, everybody. Yeah. So started with a comic book, ended up doing a trilogy. Then they go to animation. Yeah. Now they're getting into NFTs, and we got more surprises coming for you, but we're not going to get into all that yet, because it's about, right. There's some good stuff going on, but right now I feel the most important part to me is to express my love to the community. Ever since I got into NFTs, and I'm a new jack, I dove into it, and maybe because I'm a musician and I understand Ableton and a few other things, it was just my world waiting for me, and I got so excited about it. But not to be corny, but I kind of am realizing NFTs and crypto kind of saved my life, and that's a story for another day. But that's real.
Wow. I'm like, we need to expand on that. I think it's the most inspiring thing that you could have said, because it just shows where you were and where you are now, and it's because of something as simple as this. But it's inspiring, man, because I remember when you we connected after that, and you told me about the NFTs and how excited you were and how much you knew about it and how you just kind of dove into it. It blew my mind, and I saw what change that happened to you. So I knew it was something, because you expressed it to me too. I was like, holy cow, this is something really, really, really interesting, and I never looked back to it. And I've been sticking to with you guys ever since. So thank you for kind of opening up my eyes to it all, because that's why I say there's always a good message behind all this. Even though you were going through a tough time, I mean, you came out with something that can help a lot of people, and it's huge to me. So I appreciate you for that, man.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, man.
Definitely. I appreciate it. Yeah, there's been some people along the way that I really got inspired by, NFT artists and NFT promoters and NFT collectors, especially, and just seeing real talk. I love NFTs, but I love NFTs for the idea of the extension of the artist. meaning like it's not the only thing I think of when if I make art. I want to I'm going to record a song. I want to, maybe it'll have a music video. Maybe the album gets put on vinyl. Of course, it's going to have limited edition NFTs. And then, if you go to niftydimensions.com and at the top corner, you see the merch, you look at the merch, it's all about like NFT wearables right now. Like wearable NFTs is where it's at. I ordered my first NFT that I sold on Foundation. I ordered a t-shirt of it, but it didn't get here yet. Otherwise, I'd be wearing that instead of this shirt. And anybody watching, comment down below if you recognize this shirt and you know what it's from. And that's all I'm going to say. And shout out if you know the movie that this is from. And I'm with you. Anyway, so I got more questions. I do get sidetracked, but Gene, dude, this is new to me. So just be patient. I promise I will get it together. But here we go.
100%.
So we met at the Free Your Mind conference, right? Like, is that how we met? I'm trying to remember. Like, I think it was the first Free Your Mind.
Or was it Sassafras or was it?
Oh, wow. No, I think it was the first.
It was your first Free Your Mind.
Yeah. So first Free Your Mind. I was already friends with Freeman, but him and Jamie came to crash at my place just for a night, but it was the night before the conference because we were in South Jersey, so we were so close to Philly. So he was like, "Hey, do you want to go to a conference?" And I'm like I didn't even know he was in Philly and Jersey to do it, but like I didn't know if I was going. Be honest with you, I was probably too broke to even think about going at the time, but he invited me and I went, and it was life-changing. I met so many great people, and ironically, many of them are on the Nifty Dimensions team as founding members like yourself, Chris Velrath, obviously Freeman, and there's a few others, but we're just waiting for everybody, you know what I mean, to get things going. My buddy Frank Rich, neighbor of mine, old band member, he's been working on stuff too, so he's got stuff on OpenSea. We're going to interview him soon too, but like, just know this is out of passion. This whole NFT thing triggered a very creative, passionate version of me that is feeling the love, and everybody in the community, from everybody who's creating NFTs, selling NFTs, promoting them online, and especially people like some great people on Twitter that I've met that retweeting and just sharing it. Because I think we all know that like third-party validation is way cooler than like, hey, look at what I made. Everybody buy what I made. Like, that's cool, but people don't really want to hear that in 2021, at least from what I've noticed. People, it's cooler when somebody else recommends somebody's art more, so it's something I've realized, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Like, people like, they'll look at you funny if you're overly trying to sell your work, but it makes it a lot easier to have other people do it for you, because you don't want to look like that type of artist, like you're desperate, but
yeah,
it is what it is.
There's a happy medium, right?
There's a happy medium. You got to be confident with your art if people ask about it, but don't be
exactly. Especially in the NFT world, I've noticed like it's its own thing. It's got its own vibe, and it's something that if you're not a fan and immersed in it, then the artists those artists that I appreciate, there's so many crypto broskies. I could think of a bunch of them that are on Twitter that I really like, and I'll probably be going through all of them as the shows go on. But just seeing how they're doing it, and realizing it's about the community and sharing each other's stuff. And I just felt so much love on there. And I'll be honest, I'm not much of a social media person. So I figured if I'm going to be doing that and sharing the love and letting people know my favorite stuff or your favorite stuff or whatever we got here, I figured this was the way to do it, because I'm way more comfortable being able to do it in this format on YouTube. And I'm sure it'll be on other formats soon. It'll be on niftydimensions.com. But I feel like this is kind of the way to do it, at least for me for now. And so this is how I can contribute. But I'm here for the artists. I'm here for the collectors. And we're here literally, hopefully we'll be showing everybody some new stuff. and showing the community. And definitely just want everybody to know this, in my opinion, like I think I could speak for everybody on the team, but we want to make new relationships with the community. We want to start new things. We want to do collaborations, and we're not looking to try to come in and like, take over the situation. We want to, it's quite the opposite. We want to show everybody all the cool stuff that we're seeing, because we're kind of fanboys, especially me. I'm totally an NFT fanboy. My Wax wallet is like, it went from nothing to ridiculous so fast. So yeah, and anybody watching, if you leave your Wax wallet address down below, we'll probably be monitoring the comments, because we don't need any of the scammers that we know will be coming to the channel. So for now, just so everybody knows, comment down below, but there'll be somebody reviewing them. So that way, yeah. But if you leave your Wax wallet, I can't send you anything too crazy yet, because I don't got it like that. But I definitely could send, pick one person or two people where I could send a free NFT to, and just kind of, I don't know, hopefully get more people into the idea of seeing how simple it is. Which kind of, I don't mean to cut you off, but I'll ask you a question. One of my theories is like, the reason I'm doing it like this is I believe NFTs, especially through Wax right now, because it's so easy to get a Wax wallet. You don't need to have a Coinbase account or this or that. Like, you can just do it and somebody can send you one. Like, like I told, I asked everybody in the group, like, please get a Wax wallet. Like, I'll just send you stuff.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful way for people to get into crypto. But I'm curious, like, what do you think about the difference between like Wax wallet versus like Foundation, which is, really expensive through Ether. You got to pay gas, but you also get something of high value. So do you have any preferences, or how do you feel about it?
I see the benefits of both. You know what I mean? I'm actually going to get my Wax wallet too, because I still yet to get mine. But yeah, with Foundation, again, there's a there's a level of entrance. You know what I mean? You can't just So I feel like once you get your feet wet and you get your your name out there, and you get really connected into the NFT space, I think Foundation is the the bar you want to hit. And you can really, if you visit the site, you just see, the type of transactions and the type of numbers you're seeing. So it is a high level stuff there too. But Wax, like you said, it's a great way to transfer, from peer to peer. So I think it's needed in both. I think you should have several wallets. Why not? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you can do, transactions with the different currencies, the different Bitcoins, and Ethereum, and all that's out there. So I think it's just that time in the environment for you to just be, savvy and very open to what's happening. Definitely.
No doubt. No doubt.
Yeah.
I want to do a quick shout out for the websites I'm addicted to. I'm on Atomic Hub nonstop because of my Wax wallet. And then luckily, Ken Bozak, Ken and Nathan, they have a show on YouTube that I subscribe to, and I'm a bro. And on there, Ken Bozak is like, he's the OG, he's the Ponce de Leon of NFTs, in my opinion. Like, his show on YouTube is amazing. I highly advise anybody looking to understand NFTs if you're an artist and you're looking to see what's next and where it's going, Ken Bozak all day. So yeah, I give him props, because I've been listening to him and watching him over the last 2 or 3 months as I've been getting into it. And I learned so much. So I learned about Nifty Blocks, which is a website that connects to your Wax wallet. Nifty Blocks is it's the hotness right now. Like, I love it. I'm totally hooked. You might even get some free drops. Like, you could get a free NFT just being there at the right time. So Nifty Blocks, for sure. I'm all about it. And like I said, I thank Ken Bozak for that, because I've been learning so much. He's totally like, he's been helping a lot of people really get how it's going and where it's going. And he's all about DeFi, and it's a beautiful thing. He's trying to bring people into this in a way that's very easy and mainstream, and it doesn't make it so mystified and crypto and scary. So point being, he let me through the show. We found out about shitcoin 2021. I might have to edit that word out. I don't know. Will I? But but it's a conference in Florida, in Miami, that's next week, June 3rd and 4th, that we're going to, and he's speaking there. And Sam Tripoli from Tinfoil Hat, I think that later after the first night, I believe. So Sam Tripoli is going to be there. Him and Freeman are already friends because they've been on each other's shows. So Freeman was just back on that show, letting people know about everything we're getting into in the early stages of it, for sure. But so anyhow, so then we found out yesterday that there's a movie being made called NFT the Movie. So if you check out nftthemovie.com, if you're an NFT artist, go there and you can click a button that says join the documentary and be a part of NFT history. This starts filming in a few days. I believe he's starting to film it at Shitcoin 2021. So anybody that's into it, like, I don't know these people. I'm not like paid from anybody. I just really think this is awesome. And I think this is where to look, in my opinion. So yeah, free promotion. Love it. I'm only keep looking up because it's on my screen. Go to nftthemovie.com and check out how clean that looks. You'll want to be part of it, like, for sure.
I'm just going to that right away. But no, I think that's phenomenal. I didn't even know that they were getting ready to shoot so early, but that's fantastic.
Yeah.
NFT. Yeah, check it out, folks.
So yeah, but here I'll keep it moving, because I know we got a couple more things to get into. So here's where we're at. What was your first memorable collectible, toy, or whatever it was? What's the first thing you got?
This goes way back. I mean, we're going back towards the comic book era when I was young. I mean, I don't know if you guys know this. The old X-Men comic cards. I used to do that back in the day. Where I got really into comic books, and that was the next thing I got into, was my comic book collection with Spawn, with X-Men, all these, the classic shows, the Marvel. So I was a comic book collector. I was a comic geek, and guess what? When I was there, when I was doing the comic books back in New York, no one was into it. No one was into X-Men and all this stuff. And look at it now. Look at what's in the movies right now. So it just shows the people that were my age when I was young. They're now the directors. They're now the producers. They're the ones doing the comic books that are making all these movies right now. So who would have thought, right? So that's the great thing about collectibles. You never know what's gonna kind of pop and what's gonna kind of make its resurgence. So yeah, that was my first collectibles. Yeah, the X-Men cards. I did a little bit of the basketball, the baseball stuff too, but I was really more into the comic book, the action stuff, and that's what ended up getting me hooked on my own stuff. So yeah, nice. Yeah. That was me. What about you, Rizzo? What did you collect? What was your thing?
Well, to be honest with you, very first thing, and I had all of them, and I regret losing them. All the Garbage Pail Kids. I was a giant Garbage Pail Kids fan. I'm an 80s kid. I grew up in the 80s, in the streets of Philadelphia, and then eventually South Jersey. And yes, Garbage Pail Kids were the greatest thing ever.
Wait, so you're saying you have none left?
I have none left. Unfortunately, I love both of my parents, but I got to tell you, neither of them ever understood the value of collectibles, because it's not something that it's like my dad threw away his Willie Mays rookie cards and stuff. He had no idea. He had Babe Ruth cards and everything. Nobody cared, because the fact is, collectibles, the things that are worth money down the road are the collectibles, like Garbage Pail Kids. They were stickers. So everybody just stuck them everywhere and nobody collected them. People collected them, but
now they're like, you have those. No one has them. No one.
Right.
Collectible. Those are the values.
Definitely. And I think that the adults like me who become obsessed with collectibles, Freeman's also just the same, a lot of with movie posters and whatnot. I'm usually vinyl records like based, but now NFTs as well, and some other works of art. But yeah, I definitely, the only other thing I want to mention straight up, the original Transformers, best toys ever, coolest concepts in the 80s. Nobody was doing that. I mean, Rubik's Cube was cool, but this was
First one was, I think that was the first Rubik's Cube. It was just like just to create the characters from one thing to another. Yeah, I had a couple of those. Those were timers. If you have those, oh, you're in good shape. You're
definitely.
in good shape. Classic
Yeah,
Optimus Prime. Classic Optimus Prime. But
definitely.
yeah, a lot of toys are collectibles too. Like, I mean, would you say that? Like, what are the most like valuable collectibles out right now? Like, who knows?
It's crazy. I could tell you Magic the Gathering cards are crazy. Even Garbage Pail Kids, go on eBay and check out what some of those OG Garbage Pail Kids are worth now. I would be wealthy. I would be, I'd be set up a little bit better than I am right now. I'm not complaining. Life is good, but yeah. But yeah, all right. So had to ask you that. Just everybody watching the show, know that that's a staple of the show. I'll be asking anybody that comes on here, or will be asking, because it won't always be hosted by the two people you see right now. The team is going to be playing with this. It's just right now,
yeah, definitely. But I like the format. I like what we have. I like what we're discussing. We can really open it up to a lot of different things. So this is a good format. This is a good layout. I love it.
Me too, man. I'm enjoying this. This is for the first time. I tried to do like 3 different podcasts. We taped that. And the thing was, it was too serious for me. I'm not a very serious dude. Like, trust me, I'm a lot smarter than I look, but I don't get into all the political stuff and all. I like to stay on the positive love vibe. And if you're not there, then like, I don't know, we're probably not going to be too cool of friends,
You and me both, Rizzo. I've been more focused on like this task at hand and the positivity towards things. Yeah, I've been on that same wave too. So I know exactly what you. And this is a perfect show for it. Let's a little bit lighthearted, a little bit of a focus on what is to come. Instead of looking at what has been, and we can kind of really tailor our own future towards that. And NFTs is a great way. It brings us back to what we love, and that's for me personally, it's art. I'm an artist. I like to stay in my lane, and I feel like it just brings this level of happiness and excitement towards it. So I'm all about it, and I'm really geared towards that. So that's why I'm with you on this one, man. Let's go with this one. Positive NFT. We're creating a movement. We want people to be involved. We want people to kind of really connect with what we have, to see us as artists and see what we have in store. So what's better than that? Let's do it.
Definitely. I couldn't have put it better myself. Yeah, that's beautiful. And everybody watching, just know we're gonna be bringing in different artists and developers and anybody we feel that gets it. I would love to bring on musicians and artists that are into crypto, because not everybody is. It's a very small percentage of people. It's growing.
It's growing.
Yeah, and like I'm a new jack. You're a new jack. I'm obsessed, so I made it my job to literally learn the entire world. So I've not just understood NFTs. Right.
Full timer. There.
I'm definitely dedicating my full everything to it. I've made about 4 albums that I didn't put out that are on hold. Freeman and I have another project. I won't drop the name of it just yet, but it's a sci-fi adventure. We'll get into that. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff coming, and I figured, like, look, I started this show. You see me scraggly, long hair. I even lost some of my leanness. But you see me starting from the ground up for a reason, and I hope, so I hope this show shows a history of me, going from nothing to something, because definitely the story of being something from nothing is is what it is right now. Basically what I mean is I got into crypto. I'm lucky I sold a couple pieces on Foundation. I'm very proud of that. So
hold on now. I gotta hold you, Riz. Come on now. Hold on. Now, that is not a small feat, folks. I'm just letting you guys know right now. Like I said, Foundation is like really top tier when it comes to NFTs and the levels of numbers that come up from there. So, but Rizzo, you were, out of all of us, you were the first, right? Were you the first? You were the first. Yeah. And it just shows because of your dedication on just your research, and then the fact that how you were able to connect with the right people to get you into the door. And now we're, as a crew, entering in like what our no, Freeman's in there. Freeman's in under foundation.
Yep.
We're moving. We're moving. It just shows that we're not staying stagnant when it comes to this thing, because to be on foundation is no easy task, guys. So that's why I feel like this guy right here is beyond just the epic when he's focused on something, and now things are happening. To like, the first hurdle was to get on something like that, and we were able to do it in such a short period of time because of you, Rizzo. So
thanks, man.
That's amazing. I was blown away. I just had to say that one time. I was just blown. I was like, you did it?
I appreciate it. I know not everybody got it. It was definitely it was like Freeman and I both made the decision that we were going to become foundation artists, and we didn't know how long it would take. And there's a long line. And look, to anybody watching, I know what you're thinking. Any people that are talking about Ether, like, it costs too much to gas. I agree. That's a whole nother topic. Many times Ether gas has gotten me, especially when I'm trying to buy something on like Uniswap or Kishu Swap or something. No, not Kishu Swap. That was actually a really good deal. But Uniswap, every time I've used Uniswap to get Kishu or Feg or one of these like super alt low cap coins, I had to pay enormous amounts of gas fees. And that goes the same when I want to mint something that's run through the Ethereum network. And then if I sell it, I have to pay gas, or the customer has to pay gas. So I'll just say this, everybody. We all know, anybody who's paying attention to Ethereum knows that that's about to go away when the reset happens. Ethereum won't be an issue like that anymore, because they're working it all out. I'm sure most of you people out there watching probably know what I mean, but yeah, it's being worked out. So I believe in Ethereum. I believe in the future of it. I actually am buying more on this next dip, because we're filming on the weekend of today's the 29th of May. And there's definitely blood in the streets right now, as they say in the crypto market, a slow grind. It looks like they're trying to bring Bitcoin down to somewhere around 30, maybe even less. So really? That dip, I got bags ready. I'm ready to go. I'm buying the dip, everybody. I'm buying the dip. Not going to lie.
That's when you got to buy that when the dips happen. Don't buy when it's high.
Right.
So stocks, do it. It's no different than stocks, guys. It's very interesting. But I'm impressed, because we're not financial advisors, but
no,
be aware.
Actually, I've made lots of dumb decisions in my life, and if anybody watching follows my advice for that, you're probably crazy. So make of that what you will. But truth, a lot of people, Dogecoin, I got made fun of Doge like crazy when I got a bunch of that when it was on the cheap. And I was made fun of. And then the same people that made fun of me were like, dude, where do I buy it? I can't figure out where to buy it. Right?
Oh, yeah.
So
I remember when you told me about it, I was like, oh my God, you're right. Because it was like what was it, like an insider? Who told you that it was just gonna skyrocket? I think when Elon Musk said it was over.
It wasn't Elon for me personally. I could really care less what he says.
Yeah.
What's that?
You mentioned about Doge before.
Well, Doge, here's what happened. I'll give a couple more shout outs. So Doge, Final Stand, Matt Wallace has a show on YouTube called Final Stand. And he cracks me up, man. He's a total goofball, but he's doing really well. And he's got a great channel as far as for the Doge community. If you're not in the Doge community, that's fine. I am. And, I hodl a little, and I'm all about it. And I like the Doge community. It's one of the first things that made me realize that there's an inner community within crypto that I didn't even know existed. Yeah, and then, right?
That's so
true.
And
then for people like us, let's face it, you and I we're true seekers. We've been out there seeking for years. You would even say we might be initiates in some of these more occulted things, right? So knowing about all those things for years, and you and I, we've been friends for 10, 12 years now. And we've all known about this and researched it. Or we've all looked into this, I should say. I claim to know nothing, but we've all researched a lot of deep things. And then, seeing about certain resets and things that are coming in the future, and then looking into crypto and saying, oh, this is how it all ties in together.
What it all comes to blockchain. If you yeah, you got. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm curious to see how this all breaks down, but yeah, I will be buying the dip this weekend, and some of my friends, I let them know that I'm watching it. So the other guy that's teaching me technical analysis, aka TA, is a guy, Expert Crypto. I'm not sure exactly of his name, but the channel is called Expert Crypto. And I'll be honest, because he's honest, he admits that they're going to dump Bitcoin, and he's a bear, but he's also a bull. He'll buy, he'll buy the dips, but it's all day there. He's admitting on the channel that this is how it works. So he's teaching technical analysis for the bulls and the bears, literally showing everybody this is how it works. So that way, if you are a holder and you want to hold on to something, you know how to do it and not waste your money. A lot of us, I admit openly on camera, I totally aped into certain cryptos and I moon boyed it up, and I had to learn my lesson very quickly. Don't get me wrong. Some of those moon boy guesses were good, but
which one? Oh, can you tell us one? What was one?
All right. So I moon boyed. I got a trillion Uskita, USKITA Inu.
Inu. Okay.
Yeah, it's called American Uskita. It's you never know down the road. That was one I definitely aped into. Hopefully, fingers crossed, maybe one day it takes off. But I aped into that so early that I got like over a trillion of them. And then I aped into something that I believe in, which is something called Kli Kai, which is the first cryptocurrency available on Kishu Swap, which is Kishu Inu's swap site. The first coin available is Kli Kai. So I got a bunch of that. And I'm holding Kli Kai. I feel good about it. Kli Kai is no joke. It's not really big yet, but Kishu Inu has been #1 for weeks, and they're promoting like crazy. So I would say, what's that?
You said they were promoting, and you
so they had something happen. They had ads in Times Square a couple weeks ago. The biggest billboards in Times Square was Kishu Inu. And now this next weekend, all the biggest billboards are in LA.
I'm like, really? Tell me more. Tell me more.
So Kishu, and then anybody like Kishu has a use. I like shite coins. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, investing in a coin that has no use. I'm not a moon boy, and I'm definitely not trying to do the shorts and like I don't know how to do all that stuff. Like I'm a new jack, I admit it. So I bought something I really dig, and I wish I had I have a shirt for this one, but FEG, FEG, it stands for Feed Every Gorilla. FEG coin. I do wish I got in it a little earlier, but I'm holding a good amount of that as well.
Okay.
FEG. That's the one. Personally, I love it. It's got usage. It's already got FegX, which is an exchange, a DEX site, decentralized exchange site. And yeah, I dig it. And I'm not shilling because they're not paying me to say this, but I do hold some. And these are the ones that I like and I'm holding in the portfolio. As far as like super extreme low cap coins, I do also very much appreciate mid cap and stable coins as well. And during the dip, I'll be real. During the dip, I don't plan on buying any shite coins. I already got, the ones I wanted. There's a couple I might grab, but like I'm definitely going. I'm going ICP, internet, internet computer, also known as ICP. That's going to drop down to like $80 or $100. I think it's already close. So when this hits its bottom, I'm grabbing a whole ICP. That'll be, in my opinion, I think that'll be worth grabbing. I'm getting more Polygon. I'm getting more Wax.
Yeah, I was looking at Polygon too. What do you see in that? Is that's
Polygon's very useful in my opinion, and we're now just seeing the usage in it. I think they're going to dump on it based on what Expert Crypto is saying. Same with Bake Coin, Bake and Polygon. I think they're gonna dump on it. But it doesn't matter if you're getting it to hold. as long as you get it on the dip and you're getting like 20% off or 50% off, and then it, eventually it'll work out. It's just my opinion. Anybody, comment below if I'm wrong. I have no idea, but
I think you're right, because I mean, if you think about it, even if it's like, all right, you bought it and it was like here and then it went lower, I think just so you can bounce back on better, buy low when it's, you can, when it goes back up, like you said, it's just like stocks, no different than stocks. Keep that, hold it, and you never know what 10 years will do, and you never know how that Bitcoin or that stock can skyrocket. So it is the level of that. But what I recommend to people, if you're investing, just don't. Some people are, but I wouldn't recommend. Don't put your whole life savings into it. Just put money on side and use that to start investing if you're new to it. And don't just go all in and just put like your life savings and the kitchen sink and everything into it. You know what I mean? It's just there's more, because there's a lot going on in the markets. There's a lot going on in the world, and especially like you said with the reset and whenever that happens and how it happens and what chips fall and what stays. We got to be ready for that, because that's really how it how we can navigate through this. Just being alert, knowing what's happening, and making the right decisions, especially not selling so fast. Don't freak out because of the highs and lows, because there's going to be a couple of those. I know it for a fact, definitely. Mm-hmm.
No doubt. Yeah, the people, there's guy Alex Becker, very, very popular dude on Twitter and YouTube, but Alex Becker is a very wealthy guy, young guy, and he openly admits, like, yeah, we dumped on you guys last night, or this, we dumped on you. Like, they tell you, because it's not a secret.
That's why, you get it. Yeah.
And the truth is, I give more power to him. Like, if you can make money like that, I totally understand. And I think so I'm a holder for sure.
Me too.
So being a holder, I think it's important to understand the technical analysis of a bear. So that way you can you can understand, the mindset of the people that are basically working against your coin becoming worth more. So I watch Expert Crypto, and I value his channel very much. I'm not, once again, this isn't a plug for him. It's just, for the first episode, I feel it's important for me to express the people that have been inspiring me and helping me understand this a lot faster than I thought I would, and a lot faster than a lot of my friends have figured it out. And I feel like it's because of these people that are the new guides, or like I said about like Ken, the Ponce de Leon of NFTs, or the leaders in crypto, because this is new to so many of us. Me and Gene here, we're new for sure. But that's why we want to enter the community humbly and with tons of love, because we're not trying to act like we know something. We just appreciate the fact that this can be like the freedom and the love from knowing, wow, I can be an artist and I don't even have to leave my house really, unless I'm just going to get supplies for my art or whatever. But like, I can be an artist now and have a full way of literally releasing everything from a real life painting that's tangible to now we're in the intangible zone, where people will spend high levels of money for something that's collectible, that's not even, they can't even hold it in their hands. But it's a beautiful thing once the purist in you lets it go, or at least that's what I experienced.
100%. Well said, man. That's true. Definitely. But I'm excited to see where it goes. I think that's oh, well, I had a quick question before I was going to ask this one. Just letting the audience know, like, what was the first coin that you bought? What was your first like actual purchase, like, man, and how did that feel? Was that like, what kind of, tell us that.
So yeah, I got Ethereum, and I got I wanted Doge, but Binance wouldn't let me on for like 2 weeks. I could have had Doge cheaper, and I got it at like 5 cents instead, because it took Binance like 2 weeks to allow me to approve me, and all the weird things you got to do to get on these sites. Like I hope that I don't know. We'll see where that goes. But
those who don't know, do you want to tell them a little bit? I mean, is it how many hoops did you have to jump in to
Binance? All right,
yeah.
so straight up, Coinbase is pretty easy, but any new guys or girls getting into this, you will have to give up personal information, and a lot of us, especially that that have been looking into deeper things, it's very uncomfortable to give up this information just to get on Coinbase is weird enough, and then Binance, it's a little weirder. It's a little harder. And then when you dive into the rabbit hole of like Gate.io, actually another team member of Nifty Dimensions, our buddy Duncan, he introduced me to Gate.io, and I'll just tell the story real quick. A little creepy, Gate.io. If you're ever watching this, anybody, a little creepy. I have photos. Maybe one day I'll show them. Freeman had to take photos of me holding up my ID number and all these weird photos, me opening my mouth. It was all very strange, and it was all from some kind of approval that Gate.io needed to do to get me on there. And it was very awkward, very sketchy, and I still don't know exactly how I feel about it. So I would say, unless you're really wanting to get into, I would probably look for other places. I like simple stuff like crypto.com for my phone. I'm all over the place now, but yeah, I very much, I value the ease. If you're trying to buy Doge now, crypto.com, you can buy it right on your phone with your credit card. It's so easy. And I know there's a lot of people that are like, he's a dumb moon boy. I got it at 5 cents, guys. So even right now, as it's down, I don't care. I know one day it'll be worth more. I already saw it get close to $1. I'd be happy if it was only ever worth $1. I'd still be doing really well with it. So I think it'll be worth a lot more. I think $8 to $10 once this new move happens and things get moving. I think $8 to $10 Dogecoin is not crazy. And if you disagree, let me know below. Like I said, we'll have to verify your comment, but please let us know. And also, I would love to know what everybody else is getting into. You can show your coins here all day. If you're into something and you're supporting a coin, shill here all day. I love it. I want to see what everybody's shilling. I don't know if we'll shill for your coin. Maybe if one of us get into it and we dig it, we might do that. But for now, you heard my shilling because I literally, besides one or two that I'm really not sure. I didn't ape into everything else. I did get like Shiba. I might have even gotten, like Shiba is they're about to put out Shiba swaps. So Shiba Inu is following, Gene, just so you know, and anybody watching, I'm sure a lot of the crypto people are well aware of this, but Shiba Inu is following up behind Doge. It's called the Doge killer. And it's making a lot of big moves. I don't know. A lot of people said it's a scam. I don't think it is. I think they're about to put out some usage things. Like I said, Shiba swaps coming out. I think it's a little late. There's already Kishu swap and FegX, but I think that's just the way these coins, the progress of these coins go is they make a swap site, a lot of them. So I think Shiba is something worth getting into just to hold on to for fun, because it's so cheap that you can spend $5 or $10 and get like a couple million of them or whatever, whatever. Right. So something to just hang on to.
While it is, imagine that, man. Imagine when Bitcoin first came in.
Right.
Oh my God.
Imagine being able to buy Bitcoin, and all you old school folks out there that did get to do that, and you're laughing at us right now like, look at these guys. Like, much respect to you.
I respect
for sure.
We'll get there.
Yeah. Like I was doing a tour with my old group, the Maniac Agenda, and we were on a bus to Missouri, middle of the night, and me and Dennis are trying to sleep, and Tony's pretty wired, and somebody on the bus was digging the fact that we made like electronic, heavy metal, hybrid music kind of stuff. And he was digging it. So he's like, are you guys into Bitcoin? Are you into any crypto? And I wasn't trying to hear it. He's like, oh, I'll send you free Bitcoin. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm like, nah, I was so naive, man. Like, oh, that's just going to ruin the monetary system and blah, blah, blah. And like, I was so thinking I knew the answer and then not realizing that this system is the exact thing that people made because that fiat system is so centralized.
I mean, think about one Bitcoin, my friend. Just one.
Right?
I mean, you're still doing good.
Right.
So,
of course, Freeman's got one, almost a whole one. He's got Ether, you know, like he's got a good amount of Ether. So I'll be getting Ether on the dip. That's a no-brainer in my opinion. Once Ether, if that drops down to where it looks like it might hit 1800. I don't know. Where's it at right now?
Let's see.
See, we're looking at the charts anyway.
I know. Yeah, I put it up right here on the side. I'm like, hey,
can't help it.
Yeah, I can't help it, but hold on. Ether, oh yeah, 2200. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's coming down. I think based on what I've seen, and I'm only going off of the expert crypto guy, but it looks like they're openly admitting they're going to do a slow grind all weekend, and it looks like they're going to bring, and this isn't just expert, like expert crypto is just smart enough to know what's going on. So he's taking advantage of it. So he makes money on the dips and on the rises, and he just knows how to do it. But what he's pointing out is they're bringing Bitcoin all the way down because Bitcoin is the sun, and all the other cryptocurrencies, most of the other cryptocurrencies revolve around it. So if it goes down, they go down. So what they're doing, it sounds like, is bringing Bitcoin down far enough to where they can buy these dips. And there's a big shift coming. We don't say reset like for no reason. And anybody who knows what we're talking about, shout out to you. We're not, it's not saying it's good or it's bad. It just is what it is. And I think adapting to it and understanding it as I think it's important, and it's why I feel it's important. Like I tell everybody to get a Wax wallet because it's the perfect introduction to crypto. Like here's an NFT for free. Here, I'll just send it to you or whatever, right? Like, and now you're seeing an NFT and you're getting it more because at first everybody's like, I don't mean you, I just mean anybody in general, but it's a little confusing at first, and there's a crypto learning curve and there's an NFT learning curve for sure. And right. So even everybody on the crew in Nifty Dimensions, we've all had our own little learning curve here because it's something new to all of us. We're all artists for many, many years. And that's why we love this, right? Like, but we still had to learn an entire new world. So I'm sure there's a lot of things I'm not even aware of yet, like Oracle coins or how oracles work on the blockchain. I'm learning things like that today because I have a friend actually from Philadelphia. I think he lives in Jersey now. Maybe even, I don't know, maybe he's not in Jersey anymore, but a buddy of mine from back in the day, his name's Eric Manganaro, and he actually is part of a company called Zap Protocol, and he's speaking at ShiteCoin 2021 about Oracle coins, and I'm very excited because ironically, him and I have been friends for a long time, and we used to jam together. We jammed together a couple times, I think in Camden, New Jersey, at the old Camden Maniac Agenda House. But we jammed a bunch of times. Yeah, and now I see he's yeah, it's going back a little bit. But he's speaking there because he's the I think CTO of Zap, right? Chief of Technical Operations. I think. Sorry, Eric, if I'm screwing that up. If you ever see this, but like, I don't have his phone number anymore, so I can't wait to just pop up in Miami on the day of the conference and just be like, "Yo, what's up?" Because we're worlds are colliding. Like Freeman and Sam. When I told Freeman, "Hey, guess what? Sam Tripoli from the Tinfoil Hat Show is doing a comedy. Is doing comedy the night after the first night of the conference. It was a comedy show." And he couldn't believe it because he was on Sam's show like just a month or two ago. So then he hit up Sam and he went on Sam's show the other night. And like, shout out to Sam, man. Like, he was so cool that he offered to let me and Freeman crash in his hotel room because we weren't sure if we were even going to get a room for ShiteCoin. And shout out to him, man. Very awesome dude. I haven't met him personally yet. Freeman knows him, but like, I'm very excited to get to see him and meet him, because much respect to Sam. He has really shown the way for a lot of people, like keeping it fun. And he's definitely, his show's just gotten better and better. Like, such a focused dude now, and really, really helping keeping it fun, but getting a lot of stuff out there. So I believe that's where these worlds collide. And I think that's why I'm so stoked about it. Like the people that were already doing Free Your Mind conferences, like you and I and Freeman and Mark Passio and stuff. Like we were already doing that. So then to see how it collides in this world, it's such a beautiful thing. But as far as digital artists, what's next, what's coming, and it's, I guess my enthusiasm is off for what's next. Literally, like Nifty blocks. Hey, Nifty blocks. Blending NFTs. You blew my mind the other day. Like, so you can blend them. So Gene, I don't know if you know about this. Watchers, I don't know if you know about this. I'll explain it real quick because I'm obsessed with this idea. So blending NFTs, say you do a series of 3. Anybody who has one of those, you then put it in the blender and Nifty blocks, and it I believe, I haven't done it yet, but I just got on there a couple days ago once I heard about it on Ken Bozak's show. So you go there and then you can blend them, and then you get a new NFT that's all of them blended together, almost like you were in Photoshop and like made your own thing out of 3 different NFTs and brought them all together. So there's some fresh ideas coming for that. You should see. There's I got these NFTs where if you get like 5 or 6 of them, you can blend them and make a special brew. It's like for a brewery. So there's special art poster NFTs. And then if you get them, maybe I'll show some of them. If I'm good at this show, the whole time because we're recording this before time. This isn't live. So I'll be showing you stuff. Hopefully I'm smart enough to show you some of the MetaSabian characters and go along. So say I did all that right, you'd be seeing some of this on screen because it's super dope, and it's where it's at, right? Like, it's just my opinion, but I don't think I'm the only one to see the potential and how this can become very exciting for artists. We're limitless now, and we can make the money ourselves, or we can give them out. Like, I can't wait to give out free NFTs and do drops.
Okay.
It's
all the work that you think about it, and all these NFTs that you have, you can do a lot, especially in the early. Imagine if you become like just NFT rich, just tons of NFT. You have like a wallet full of NFTs, and you can be very generous, and you can do a lot of great things. So I see where your heart is, and that's awesome.
That is awesome, man. Thanks. Definitely. Well, listen, I'm gonna wrap it up, but I unless you have anything else you want to go over, but I just want to make sure to let everybody know what they need to know. So go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
No, just this whole experience has been great so far. I think this is the start of an amazing show. We as artists, we've always been just overlooked when it comes to society, even though they use our work to just brainwash the world to a skewed reality. But I feel
programming is real.
Programming is real, and guess what? They do use art. They use the visuals, the audio and audio visuals to just capture our imagination. So I feel like this is a way for us, we as artists, to really get our power back and really use our art in our own way to help fund what we want and what we want to do. So this is the wild west of currency right now. So
no doubt,
be excited, and definitely this can be an opportunity for anyone to change their lives with this new technology. So it's very empowering. It's great for artists, artists that want to be free and really want to really take their ownership of their work. NFT is a way to go, and just really to get into the digital space, the digital financial markets, like blockchain. All this stuff is brand new. This is literally the thing that's going to change the way that we do finances, we exchange, and we send currency. So I feel like this is exciting, and this is only going to get better. And I'm glad that there's a space for artists with NFTs to be able to to be a part of it, because a lot of times, artists, if we don't show our work, we struggle, we're poor, and we don't, we don't kind of reflect what society has done with our stuff. So we gotta, take ownership, get to this point where we can really gain financial freedom through our actual creative work. And if you like art like I do, you want to do it for the rest of your life. So this is a great opportunity. And Riz, thank you so much for having me a part of this, man. You guys kind of like told me about, I knew about, NFTs and Bitcoin very little, but I mean, once you open my eyes to it, and once I got into the research and got into the understanding of what Bitcoin, NFTs, Ethereum, all these different currencies and what they hold and what they can do and how decentralized, all that stuff is very important. So artists or people, anyone watching this, if you're really in tune with what we're saying, definitely join us, be a we're doing, because we're at the ground level too. But you know what, we're honest and we're open to sharing what we've done. And hey, this will be a part of it. This is Sacred 7 work, baby. So this is very exciting. And I'm not looking back, I'm looking forward. And I think there's a lot of great things ahead. 100%.
Definitely. Me too. All right. Well, then what's that?
That was my little spiel right there of how important this is. But yeah, this is exciting times. And we shouldn't be afraid of it. We should embrace this new thing and learn as much as we can about it, so we can be in that wave. We want to be in the wave of what's happening, and we don't want to get left behind in the the swell, and we're not getting pulled into the next phase of what's to come. You know what I mean?
Most definitely, bro. Most definitely. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So anybody watching, we're gonna have this out before Shitecoin 2021. I only call it that because YouTube, I don't know how they're gonna try to censor me yet. So you can imagine what I'm really saying there. But Shitcoin 2021 in Miami on the 3rd and 4th. Nifty Dimensions members, Freeman Fly and me, under the name Sacred 7 as an artist. We'll be there representing, and we will be making connections with people and really trying to make some new relationships and spread the love, everybody, because for real, like, it's all about the love. That's what we're about here. And we want to see the community grow, and we want to see people work together. And even though I'm late to the party, it's still early from what I understand, and it's now just becoming a more mainstream thing. So we're still pretty early to the party, and everybody involved, I want you to know that we're hoping that you become part of the Nifty Dimensions community as well. And right, like, so I'm going to read off a couple things. If you want to be a part of this community and make these connections with us, you can reach out, and I'll be putting up links. You'll see all this stuff, but definitely everybody go to niftydimensions.com is our main site. There's a merch shop there. There's also a little gallery. We're still putting it together, but we'll be showing off all our favorite artists and stuff there. Eventually, we'll be setting up our store in there as well. You'll be able to get rare vinyl records that we have in the collection, or rare Mondo posters, or bottleneck posters, like movie posters and whatnot. All that will be available because we've been building up to make this store for a long time. Lots of collectibles, not just NFTs in time. But for now, we feel the best way to really get out there in front of everybody is to do it this way, and to show everybody why we're so obsessed with NFTs and this whole new scene, because it's beautiful and it's freedom and it's love. And if you don't see that yet, hopefully this show and some other shows will help you see it. All right. So I'll read off a couple other ones, Gene. I know I'm talking a lot, but everybody.
Oh, man, this is all information. You kidding me? No, this is fantastic.
So you can my foundation page is at Sacred 7, the number 7, all one word, Sacred number 7. You can get on Freeman's, it's at Freeman Fly, and then Metasabians is at Metasabian. That's on foundation. There you go. Go follow Metasabian for sure. Go follow them, check them out, see what they're doing. Like, we didn't even get into everybody. This is one of the coolest dudes on the planet. You should see what he does for the kids, like teaching kids art classes and all. Like, Art Corner is a whole nother discussion. and like talk about why Gene needed to be on the show. Like the dude's got mad heart, and anybody who looks into him, you'll see that.
Definitely. Hey, I'm just here to inspire, man. If we need if NFTs wasn't a reason for artists to really now, take a hold and, be an artist. This is like before it was tough. When people say, "Oh, you're gonna be an artist," people would just fear, like, "Oh my God, you're gonna starve." But no, this is my way. I always had this thought, like, if I become an artist, I'm gonna, and I figured out that I was a great instructor. I can teach someone what I know. I started teaching, and I never looked back. And I've been teaching. I mean, I teach kids, my peers, and seniors. I teach all three of the age groups and brackets, and I learn a lot from teaching to different generations, and it's a blessing. So I'm honored and privileged to be an artist, and I hope that NFTs and the future of what's to come empowers other young artists to just be like, you know what, I can do this. Yeah, it's a total ball game now. Before, people didn't know who you are, but with the advent of the internet and how things are well connected, it's an opportunity to become a great artist and put yourself out there through the internet, and you'll find your tribe. You just gotta you gotta create something, and you gotta be able to share it and see what people think of it and connect with people that way. So yeah, I love art. And Art Corner is like my base. Artcorner.net is like my first website, and MetaSabian, of course, is the comic book that helps awaken humanity to their full potential, where everyone can be a part of it. So it's a platform. It's getting bigger. It's an animation coming soon. But the real goal is, and what I plan on sharing with NFTs is soon to come, because I plan on adding a lot of the animations as NFTs, so we can kind of help promote and push the animation when it's ready to come out. So a lot of things. I mean, this is just, like I said, scratching the surface to a lot of the things that we have planned. But me with MetaSabian and Art Corner, of course, the amazing group at Sacred Seven. So we've got like a coalition of just bombs that we want to drop, of artists that have amazing, impactful, and influential work that really can kind of set the stage to what we have and who we are as artists. We're so different, but yet we're so connected through our ideas and our visions with our art. So this is it, guys. This is the beginnings, and I hope you guys can join us and be a part of what we have right here. Sacred Seven, baby.
Totally. Same. Yeah, I feel the same. So everybody, just to go over it one more time, niftydimensions.com is where you're gonna, that's where you're gonna find our core. That's where we're at. Also on YouTube, you'll be watching it on the Nifty Dimensions channel. As far as our foundations, you already heard about that, but definitely go check out artcorner.net, metasabian.com. All right, check these guys out. You'll appreciate it. Not just their art, but what they're doing for humanities. They're all about the love. So everybody, hopefully we'll see you in Miami, and we got a couple other misadventures to get into while we're down there. So anybody chilling, hit us up, let us know. I know we're a brand new channel, so I'm not expecting too much, but we're putting it out there, and we want to make a little mark while we can. So
come on, right? Just subscribe, be a part of this, because
thank you. Good point. Right.
Come along, guys.
There you go. So please, like he said, subscribe, do that thing down there, all that stuff. I won't tell you to smash this and that. Just do that thing down there, please.
Down there, smash that like button. YouTubers, smash that like button.
Right. I know everybody's telling me to smash that like button on YouTube, man.
It'll be a fun ride, guys. Join, and we have a lot more to show and to share. So definitely looking forward to it, man.
Same. All right, Gene, it was awesome to do this today. Everybody watching, awesome to hang with you. Anybody who's watching, much love. And we'll see you soon.
Guys.